I have had a growing obsession with Bottega for the majority of a year now, probably, and my collection is expanding, but I do have two Jodies. So today we're gonna discuss all the things. We're gonna talk about size, we're gonna talk about what fits, I'm gonna show mod shots, and tell you which one I prefer. But if you are new here, I'm Daniella and I am a handbag enthusiast. I love buying bags and I like talking about them. If you're into that, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button so you can continue to see my content. Let's talk about it. Well, I think I've had my mini Jodie for about 2 years now. This has kind of started my obsession. This was my first ever Bottega bag, and ever since I got it, I am just in love with the quality. You can't beat Bottega quality. It still smells amazing. It hasn't gotten that much wear. I feel like my first year and a half with it just kind of sat there and looked pretty because I was just accumulating so many bags that I had other ones I just preferred to wear. For my birthday trip in November to Cabo, I took this as like my main bag and I just fell in love with it all over again. I noticed that the more I stuffed it, the bag kind of drooped a little bit more. I just kind of fell in love with the bag and the brand all over again. Then my husband surprised me a couple weeks later on my actual birthday with this Bottega teen Jodie in suede. I had been eyeing a teen Jodie for a while. We went to Boston, I tried on a couple different sizes and I decided that the teen was the way to go. I wasn't really even thinking about suede, but he knocked it out of the ballpark and this made me love the brand even more. The Jodie is one of my favorite bags from Bottega just because I love the silhouette of it. I love how it looks and how it can pull together an outfit very effortlessly. The Jodie actually looks a lot better the more you wear it. There are some bags that end up just kind of looking old and not good after you wear it. It just looks overly worn. Whereas I feel like the Bottega Jodie just looks better the more you wear it. It's gonna get this perfect like teardrop shape. You can see it better in the suede. This one is just, I got it pre-loved. I've worn it a ton. I have it stuffed right now, so I'll show unstuffed, but it just has a perfect silhouette. The leather Jodies also get like that. I just haven't worn this one enough, but the leather does end up breaking in and it just looks so beautiful. I've seen them online, and then also when I was at the store, the sales associate showed me her Jodie and it just had the perfect droop. So I just need to bite the bullet and start wearing it more. So shame on me, basically. Bottega as a whole is just an amazing bag for me, especially when I don't want to be super flashy, but I still care about the craftsmanship and the quality of the bag. The bags just make you look overall more put together. I do know that obviously the Jodies and the Intrecciato is duped a lot. It's all over Amazon, Anthropologie, Target, they all have them. But I will say that Bottega is, if you know brand. When you have one, it's very easy to spot dupes and the real ones. Not that I care. I am all about quality, and you can just tell the Bottega quality from a dupe quality, and that for me is worth it alone. Bottega is known for being handmade as well, which we love, especially in this day and age where everything is made by a machine. These bags, specifically the Intrecciato, are woven by a single artisan from start to finish, and I absolutely love that. It is getting harder and harder to find that in these brands. Also, obviously, as a given, the leather is going to be more hard wearing than the suede. The inside of the bag is also leather on the leather version and suede on the suede version. So you just kind of have to be more careful with the suede just in general. Here's the inside of this one. I do like to keep them stuffed when I'm not wearing them. That's probably why my bag is so stiff. Maybe if I left it unstuffed, it would kind of flatten a little bit and get a little more droopy. Here is the inside of the suede. And then for the suede, I also do like to keep it in the dust bag just because I don't want any dust to get on it. So then here is the bag. See how it's just so droopy, and then here is like the leather one. This one will get like this. I've seen it on other bags. Mine is just still too stiff, but they both just look so good. And I love how different they look in different sizes as well. So even though they technically are the same bag, they do look a little different to me. Obviously it's the suede and the leather, but I think the bigger ones are just easier for them to get more droopy because they're heavier. Okay, now let's get into the differences among them. So obviously the two different sizes are going to be good for different things, and at the end of the day, it just comes down to preference. But the mini I feel like is really good for like date nights or resort wear. It's gonna be a lot easier to dress up just because of the size. I also do think that depending on the color that you get, it can be more of an everyday bag. For me, this is just occasional, and I think it's because of the color. It is a very vibrant color. It is very hard just to fit in my wardrobe, and I have so many other green bags that I typically just don't reach for it as much. But I will say that really the only way you can hold it is top handle or crook of the arm, or you could do clutch, and it can just be annoying day to day. Like if I'm on a vacation going to dinner through the resort, this is fine, or like a little date night, this is fine. But just to have on my arm every day, like to have to hold it, kind of gets annoying. And then it is annoying to get in and out of, especially if you stuff it. If you're not stuffing it and you don't have that much in it, then it's fine, but it is just kind of hard, especially with this. You kind of have to dig in to get it, which is not the easiest bag, but obviously that's kind of given by the shape. When I was buying this bag, I think the candy had just come out. I don't even know if they're still doing the candy. The candy is just the smaller version of this, but I'm so glad I spent like the couple $100s extra and went with the mini, just because this is overall more functional in the size. The candy, you can probably fit maybe a card holder and a couple lip glosses. If that, maybe you can't even fit a card holder, but it was just so small and it kind of looked a little funky. So I'm glad I went with the mini. And look, I'm a micro bag lover. There's a time and the place, and I just think that the Jodie shape doesn't work as well in a micro bag. So I'm super happy with the mini. No second thoughts, no regrets. Love the size for what it is. Moving on to the teen Jodie. I love this for everyday wear. It pairs best with everyday casual outfits. I think it's just the nature of the suede. I was a little nervous that this was just gonna be a fall winter bag, but I've been wearing it a lot this spring and it goes with so much more than I would have thought. I actually don't even hate it with this outfit. Like if this were my only bag, I would make it work with so much more. But since I have a collection, I don't need to. This bag does it all, and that's so surprising. This is a bag that, like I said, if you don't know what bag to wear, this can just tie together a look, and it's just gonna blend together with your outfit and just kind of pull it all together, and you're gonna look really good. Now I'm gonna show you what fits, because it kind of is a really big difference, which I guess you would assume, but just to show you, here is everything that fits in the mini Jodie. So about that thick, and then I'll show you too. And then here's everything that fits in the teen Jodie. So everything from the mini Jodie and then plus this. It was kind of difficult to stuff the bag, but everyone has these items around their house, so I feel like these would be a pretty good size comparison. First up, here's the mini Jodie. We have a digital camera, because we all probably have one in this day and age. I love my digital camera, and I just like to have it with me because you never know. Then I have a Chanel compact. I have my Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami card holder. Absolutely love it. You do kind of have to maneuver with the mini Jodie too, just because it is on the smaller side. Then here are my lip products. So I have a Dior lip glow. I have my Rhode Peptide. I do like to keep it in this Zumoni holder, because this one and lip glosses probably in general can kind of leak out. So I just like to put them in here to protect my bag and my things in my bag. I don't want everything all sticky. And then depending on how you kind of Tetris your bag, I'm gonna fit in my Louis Vuitton sunglasses. I did lose my cover for my Louis sunglasses, so I just have like an Amazon one, and I'm so sad about it. So hopefully I can get like a new little pouch soon. Probably should have started with the sunglasses. Okay, and here it is. It is a little bulky, but it will zip. And that was my point, was that if you do overstuff it like this, then it is gonna be hard to get the stuff in and out. That is honestly super stuffed too. You could probably fit like another lip gloss in here, but it's not like all the time you're gonna need a digital camera on you. You could swap that out with a phone, and that would work too. I swapped out my digital camera and put my phone in, and it obviously fits a lot better, easier to zip, but it is gonna be harder to get your phone out. So I typically, if I am wearing this bag and it is stuffed, the phone is not going in, because that's just an impossible task. Moving on to the teen Jodie, I'm gonna start with the bigger items first, like my Kindle. So this fits honestly really easily, and oftentimes I am carrying my Kindle in my bag, especially in this one, but I will say that you have to maneuver it for it to sit properly, or else you're gonna put it on your shoulder and it's gonna feel a little lumpy. So then let's do the digital camera next. Then we have my card holder, compact. Let's do the water bottle next. This is just a normal 16.9 ounce, fluid ounce water bottle. Maybe I should have put that one in right with the Kindle. I probably wouldn't stuff all of this in here day to day because that's just gonna make your bag heavier, and who wants to carry around a really big bag? But you could. Here I have my lip products with my Zumoni case, sunglasses, and cell phone. And it does have this big old case on it too. It's pretty bulky. Here it is. I don't think it looks too funky though. If anything, it really is the Kindle that is making it look weird just because it's pretty long. And there you have it. You can maneuver it and make it look not as funky, but it still fits a lot. You can obviously fit not as odd shaped items and it would fit more. It could still fit quite a bit more too. Like, it zips very easily. The mini Jodie sells for $2,900 brand new, and the teen Jodie leather version sells for $3,900. It also looks like the Bottega website is calling this the small now, and they got rid of the teen Jodie. But when I went on like Nordstrom, Neiman's, they still have the teen Jodie and they are priced the same. So not sure what's happening there. Maybe they are trying to phase out the verbiage of the teen, but still looks to be the same size. So anyways, those are really hefty prices. Not sure that I would actually want to spend that amount just because I got mine on sale for like $1,600, my mini Jodie. Definitely keep your eye out. Saks does it a lot. Bloomingdale's are the two big ones that seem to do sales on. Bottega's quite often. And then my husband bought this one from Fashion File and he got a really good deal. If you don't want to spend that, don't spend that. Just kind of wait and see and shop around. You may ask, would I buy more Jodies and in what size? I would love to add a few more of the mini Jodies in my collection, but it would definitely have to be an amazing color at an amazing price. I am not spending $2,900 anytime soon on this bag. My max would maybe be like $1,800, and it would just have to be really amazing, but preferably it would be $1,500 and under. I do think it's a fabulous bag. The Jodies in general are also amazing for travel because they just fit in your carry-on. So I love that. I would love like a blue or a yellow pastel-y. I think would be fun. Definitely not an everyday bag, but I'm a sucker for an occasional bag. I know. But I do know for a fact that I want another teen Jodie. I want one in leather. I love the suede, but the suede isn't as hard wearing. I would love a darker color, maybe like a fondant or the maroon. I don't want to pay full price, but I would. Not right now. We'll probably wait until the fall time to be more serious about buying this bag. I just think it's the perfect effortlessly chic bag. I love the size. I love that it can be worn on the shoulder, crook of the arm. There are just so many more options with this bag, so I think the price is worth it. And y'all know I love to spend money, but I don't love to pay full price. So if I could find a really good deal on the teen Jodie, like from Fashion File, then I am buying it. Let me know if there is anything else that y'all want to see from me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.